I am Margaret in Windsor, and I'm not going to get all my information out. I usually do. I started this, friend gave me, well, he helped me get the phone and everything, and learn how to upload videos and all that. I was already on Facebook, let me say that, and I had a small phone. But anyway, that's beside the point, I suppose. He helped me because the law doesn't seem to work for me. I can't get an attorney. I found out about my kidnapping and real name in late '83 after I was in a political campaign to replace a doctor congressman I had written about in a medical malpractice book, and I was almost killed. That's the reason it's unpublished. I should have died. It was a miracle I lived. And no, I didn't make a Freudian slip. I haven't lied in any of this. You can't even put up all the truth. It's so horrific. Now, I'm not going to put all that up my dad's picture. My dad is King Edward VIII. He never married Wallace Simpson. My father, in 36, was forced to abdicate. He had married my mom, Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, a school teacher from Madison, Wisconsin. Later, she had a home in Bel Air. So the O'Keefes, my aunt is Georgia O'Keefe, her sister. Isn't that sad? I have to say Georgia O'Keefe to get people to know who my mom is, and she married my dad. Now, they have my father abdicating to marry Wallace Warfield Simpson. Wallace married in 1937, listen at the dates, she married a look-alike, an imposter. And I wonder how long this imposter had been perpetrating, helping with all these crimes that were attributed to my father when they weren't him. I can remember when I found out about my kidnapping. I remember a lot. Oh, yes, I do, about being brought to Moulton, Alabama, and put in that pigsty farm. And the way I grew up is such a hellhole. There's no word for it. Anyway, I remember being dropped off there. I remember a portrait of my father being brought with me, and I was in a christening gown. He was holding me. It was put up in a little attic hole there, and I climbed up there a couple of times to see my dad, and then it disappeared. In fact, all the pictures almost when I was small were destroyed. They disappeared. Now I forgot exactly what I was going to say about my dad and me being brought to Moulton. Uh, I don't have a place to make my videos. I just have to do it spur of the moment. And when I laugh, it's my way of it's my humor that's gotten me through the hell. So I've lost my train of thought right there about being kidnapped and brought to Moulton. I was given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey. I married to Childers. And actually, I found out in '83 that the twins were both killed by their mother. The mother had them out of wedlock, and back then being illegitimate was horrible. So I grew up being taunted because they told me I was Peggy Dempsey. And I looked at the woman. She was later diagnosed as a psychopath, and it's horrible what she did, the whole family. But it's been horrible what the Windsors did to me, for God's sake. They have kidnapped me. They've known all along. Elizabeth has passed right through Virginia, where I am. And by the way, that really was Anastasia up in Charlottesville, and she was murdered. And I hope I live to tell the whole mess. I never knew I'd be down here close to where she had been murdered and lived, and I do know who the lady is. She was not an imposter. Now then, if I can get back to this, I want to get back to Emily Craig here. That was the real reason for doing this. She has contacted me many times after I've told her not to, and then I'll have to say that I did call her twice. She never called me on my phone. She would get through to me when I blocked her other ways. She would get through on my YouTubes, and she would put in comments, and it would come through Google Plus on notifications. So she was getting through to me that way. She taunted with me saying that she had a picture of my mom. I don't have a picture of my mom. And that was all a lie she made up. She taunts me with sending photos of her and my father. Now I want to get to this. Um, I'm on, I don't know if this will, okay, this is on YouTube. I'm okay. I just made one for the Real Monarchy. What a sick joke this whole thing is. It's been allowed to uh, be carried out and still going on. I mean, Elizabeth and her father and the Rothschilds, Rockefellers that control your media. Donald Trump's trying to tell you it's controlled, and some people are listening, but they're the very people that kidnapped me. Elizabeth is illegal. She's a war criminal. She's a traitor. And she's living high on the hog, and it isn't even her hog to live on. Excuse me, and she's a lady. Wonder what your interpretation of lady is. I had some people off of that site that came back and said she was a lady and should always be a lady. And hey, let me kiss my grits. I'm going to go ahead and say it. She's wearing all this luxurious, I don't think that would be fake fur on her. In this photo I saw that he said this. And she's in her glamour and surrounded by all these luxuries and her crown and all this. Well, mine's a crown of thorn, I suppose. Anyway, I wanted to get to this because, no, I don't like what's happened to me, and you don't even, people out there, know what really, the torture. It makes you wonder who really is, well, anyway, let me get to this before my time's up. Okay, I met Elizabeth on, or found out about her on Facebook, and anyway, she got through to Facebook, another woman to contact me out of Sacramento, California, and state that she's my half-sister. Her father's Edward VIII. Well, now I'm going to bypass all the rest. I've told it and I've wandered around a little bit. I don't usually do this. Maybe I'm so tired from all the things that have gone on, and my age is getting to me, I suppose, a little. But anyway, she gets to use the Windsor name. She just took it upon herself, and she does it. Now then, she has used the date of Memorial Day weekend, 1943, and she says she's the illegitimate daughter. Well, anyway, let me get this out first. Okay, now she's up on the group where I just put some things up. The Real Monarchy, which is a joke. She's gotten, evidently she got somebody to upload, I don't know, a bunch of videos, photos, all this stuff up there. Now let me tell you the truth. She never, see, here's the part she didn't know. She's written some books. I don't know if she makes her living that way or how much they've sold. But she's been videoed and interviewed, and they'll say, yeah, really nice. She's got her own studio, and she's really prepared. And quite frankly, I think it's possible she works for the CIA. She went to George Mason University. Now, I don't know if well, I'm going to go ahead. I know how this sounds, but I'm going to go ahead and get it done. I'm tired, and I got a lot going on. Okay, what happened here, her mother, it was arranged so that her mother and she says that here in all this, the Duke of Windsor, that's an imposter, that's not my father, got her mother pregnant. Then they had a night together, it was arranged, and she became pregnant. And then later she sued and went before Parliament, I believe, because she wanted part of whatever belonged to the Duke of Windsor, her father. Well, when I come along and she finds out about me and that my father was married to my mom and I've got all the support and put it up there, she wants me to join her in suing. I don't know how she can sue again or what, because her reason, the Brits asked her, why did her father give her up? And she said because he wanted her to have a decent life, and he couldn't support her on the pension. Well, she had contacted me, said she wanted me to help her sue because there was a trust left, Wallace and the illegal Duke of Windsor, and she's illegal too. So I don't know where all that money went, but I said, no way. Okay, she kept, in essence, harassing me, but I wanted to put this up. Now that I went back today, because she knew about it being the double was not my father, yet she continued with this, whatever. Here's what it says here. This was posted November the 25th, 2015 by someone else. By the way, there's books to support this that were published. Okay, Windsor+Cragg, she's saying that the Duke of Windsor was her father, which that was an imposter. And at Fort, and I'll spell it, Huachuca, Arizona, Memorial Day weekend of 43, he impregnated her mother. It was arranged weekend. And here's what I want to get up on here. And I need to put it up because I've put so many up and I'm tired right now and I'm rambling, I know. But the Duke and, the legal Duke and Duchess of Windsor were flown in there for Memorial Day weekend 1943. Guess who met them? They were met, and there's photos, there's books with this in it, and there was photo and press releases. Lieutenant John Roosevelt, USN, I don't know what the N means, but anyway, the Roosevelts greeted them. The Roosevelts have been consistent throughout this in helping take down my father and kidnap me, and FDR in 1936 appointed Joe Kennedy ambassador to England in 36, and they kicked him out in 46. Now, JFK flew in there, and the older son, Joseph, before my kidnapping in 39, during, and after. And they even stayed at the embassy and went before Parliament. You talk about a taking down the British. They installed their own monarch, Elizabeth, and they're war criminals. And I can't say much more. I'm tired, and I want my father's name cleared, and I want what's mine back, returned. You know why? So I can help the Brits that fought and died. Somebody asked me, who are the Brits? They're the ones that fought and died for Great Britain, and the ones that kept me alive. Now, I want to see if there's anything. Oh, there's one more thing. At the same place out there, Fort, I don't want to pronounce it wrong, Huachuca, Arizona, there is real estate dealings registered that day. I Googled it, and they own property there. Out there, I don't know how much, but they own property. So I'm going to let it go. I thought I'm rambling, and I should just go ahead and go. I usually don't do this, but I'm tired, and I'm just going to say, wow.